All right, international business class. My name is Dr. Tammy Lang, and I want to do a couple of little short videos. The first one I'm doing today is to kind of show you how to get into your ebook. I'm going to share my screen here, and you should see the homepage of Canvas, and I'll just go to the syllabus page, which is where you can see a couple of the resources. Obviously, review the syllabus. See, this opens for us. Sometimes my internet's not the greatest. It may not open. You can review the little bit about how you have first day access to the book, which is an ebook. And I've used this platform before for other courses, and it seems to work well. You don't have to worry about, waiting for, you know, money to come in and it all. I can't get to the ebook yet till next week, that kind of thing. This allows you right away to get to your book and it gets charged to your student account. And if there's issues with any of that, you can always reach out to the bookstore and they can kind of help you with that. You can read through what the course objectives are for international business and the different kinds of assignments we'll do each week. Well, normally each week we'll have it's a quiz, but I think you get 2 attempts. It's multiple choice kind of quiz. There's a video assignment, which might look like a quiz too, but you watch the video, then you answer the questions. We'll have discussion forums interspersed without. You'll have a couple of current events, a couple of papers. And then you'll have a final project, which will be a country region project. You'll do some research on a selected country out of a region, and then you'll do a PowerPoint presentation, which just goes to me. We won't do a discussion forum on that. We have a midterm and an exam. They're open book, open notes, all that kind of stuff because we're online, so that's fine. As graduate students, this is not things like, oh my gosh, this is too much. This is how we do this in 8 weeks. So it'll go fast for sure. And I think a couple of weeks you got a paper and a current event article, just trying to get everything kind of tied up and into the course throughout. The late policy is out there. I only kind of refer back to this as everything is always late and you're always saying I didn't get everything done. I refer back to the late policy if I had to put that into place. Since we're online, there's not really a student attendance policy, just get your work done. I do have a generated AI policy. You can kind of read through that. Yes, you can use the tool, but no, it's not doing your homework for you. It's a great resource, yes, but I guess is how I'll put that. So you can kind of read through that also. Then the rest of issues are kind of your normal college policies. And then I think down there at the bottom, yep. This is how the 8 weeks will be laid out. You can kind of look through that. And then you can also look for ideas here for your topics, ideas for your papers. Because you have 2 papers to write, and you can pick one topic and then pick another topic the next time around too. If you don't like any of those, you find a better one, that's okay too. Just run it by me first. I'm usually pretty open as long as it has international business flair to it. And then the very last part of this syllabus is the country project paper, which you can look at because that's not due to the end of the term. And then also what I want you to look at too is to launch these 2 things here, the video on how to register for the Revel for your course, which is where you get the ebook. And then any issues with the first Canvas student experience, first video of the first day. So this is the first time you've used this product before. Those are very short videos. They're from Pearson, who that's Revels, and I believe they're helpful for you. That will help you and get there too. When you get to the ebook too, I'm going to stop and switch screens here. I want to kind of show you what that ebook should look like when you get in there. Maybe. A little bit clicking there. All right. So this is the student view of what it should look like when you get into into the ebook. You can just click here and then continue reading. And this is like any other ebook. There it is all there too. And then you also can see the assignments here also for each week. And I don't really matter how you get in here, just as long as you know how to get in here too. So there's the book, and then there's more about that. And you'll see too, as you look through, like, oh my gosh, all this stuff here too. Not everything is assigned. So make sure you're doing the ones that are assigned, which I will review in another video. All right, so I'm going to jump back into Canvas here. Yeah, so just make sure like this quiz is not assigned, so don't do it. There is a quiz that's worth the points that is assigned. So even though you see all these assignments, it's really important that you just do the ones that are assigned, which I'll cover each week. Um, Modules. When you go to modules, I just want to, I'll go into chapter one and two in another video too. But make sure this is kind of standard Wesleyan student resources. This also too is student resources that Wesleyan prepares for you. And if you've got questions that you want to maybe just talk about outside of the normal discussion forum, you can post that here. If you just talk with your classmates, you can post that here. Just know if it's a question that you really want me to answer, you probably need to email me, which is you can Canvas message me on the syllabus is my email. You can text me if you want to, whatever you want to do too. I did want to point this out to you too, the Pearson support, because sometimes Pearson's a little bit different than if you use other platforms. I've had really good success contacting Pearson through chat. I'm not a Pearson product expert, so when you have problems, reach out to Pearson. I can try to help you, but they're a better resource than I am. And yeah, I'll come into this later too, but what I want to point out too is you'll see which assignments are due, and you'll see that there'll be assignments each week. There'll be two for each chapter. There'll be the quiz and the video quiz. So what I want to just kind of reiterate, make sure that when you go in here, like, oh, these quizzes, if it doesn't have points, it's not assigned. And I know that, I hope that's not too confusing. But like I said, if you just remember that each week I've got a video quiz, video assignment, and then the chapter quiz. And the video quiz, I think, is worth 10 points, and the chapter quiz is 25 points, or vice versa. And the reading, it gives them points too. That's not going to make or break your grade if you don't read it. And I don't think it's going to get feed into the grade book, so don't worry so much about that. That's just the way their Campus Rev, or I'm sorry, Rebel's set up. So those are points. One or two for reading, no big deal. All right, that's an intro to our course, and I'll do a separate video to kind of talk about our first week's homework. Always reach out with questions. You could, like I said, email, text, Canvas message is all the same. All goes to my phone. So I will do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. And I will see you in Canvas.